Oh, you made it up. You're not camera ready. I get that. Hey, so thanks so much for joining, guys. We are here back again. Wealthy, Healthy, Happy Show. This is day number 10 of the Mindset Makeover Challenge. Thanks so much for joining. We're just getting up every day, 7 a.m. To spread some positivity, some motivation to get things done. We're taking action. And that's the whole point, man. You know, some people just still probably laying in the bed, but we're up, ready to rock and roll. It's another day. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. That you did take time to just appreciate what you do have, and that you keep that attitude as you move throughout your day to day and throughout your week. That's cool. I understand. So what is the Mindset Makeover Challenge? So basically, it's a 30-day challenge where we are focused in on a goal, something that we like to create, do, or become. And for the next 30 days, if you start this challenge and you want to be positively focused on that goal, each and every day. And so the whole thing is to actually make progress. I mean, that's the whole ordeal, man, to make some progress. And I believe that as long as you are making progress, then you can be fulfilled. You can feel like you had a satisfied day, a satisfied week, a satisfied month, and that you can continue to create this new habit of charging forward. And so that's what we're doing. And we created this show here so that we can hold one another accountable. We can be a support group, a support network, and we can basically start our day off with the right mentality, the right mindset. I mean, I know we're going to have some challenges throughout the day, but we want to at least start our day off right and kind of keep moving from there. So Miss Beatles is here. He's having a couple of technical difficulties trying to connect with us. He is traveling, trying to get on his phone. So thanks so much for being here, Mr. Beatles. And if you're able to get in, that'll be great. If not, I know we got some people that's going to be jumping in. So let's tell you a little bit about Blab. We do have open seats available. I know Rika, you're here. Ryan, you're here. So if anybody wants to jump into an open seat, that's fine. They are open. We're going to have an open forum today. Also, anyone that jumps into a seat, if you vibe with what they're saying, you can always give them some props just by touching their screen. And then you can also follow them. So if they should actually host a Blab, or you want to connect on Twitter, Connect Networks, you can do that as well. Over to the top left, there's a place that says Tell a Little Bird. If you click that, then you'll actually send out a message to your Twitter account, and you'll let all of your followers know that you're here today. And then also up under that, it's Tell Your Friends. So if you click that, you'll let your Facebook friends know that you're here today. And then maybe they may want to jump in and take part of the conversation. So I thought today we better have a good topic. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was focus. Focus was one of the main topics I wanted to discuss today, because we can tend to lose focus, and we can also tend to, in this day and age, I like to call it, it's the day and age of multitasking, right? Where we want to kind of do everything, and sometimes we're doing everything and not getting anything done. And so really want to talk about focus and where you guys are as it relates to your dreams, your goals, desires, your aspirations. How focused are you on accomplishing those things? Because if you think about it, I know when I was in the corporate American world, it was like, hey, you got to do this, do this, do this, and this. You got to do it all at the same time. And I've come to notice that that I tend to spread myself a little too thin, trying to get everything done. And while I'm trying to get everything done, I'm hardly getting anything done. And so as we're talking about charging towards our goal, that's why we have we're tasked with identifying that one primary goal that we like to accomplish, that one thing that we like to focus on, and having that thing be our driving force for the next 30 days. Not that you can't do other things, but I found that as I'm more focused on one thing and getting that one thing done, then I can actually get that thing complete and get it complete in a more efficient manner. And then I can start moving to completing the other things. And so if you're in that position, how does that work for you? Are you a person that can really get a whole lot of stuff done at once? Are you a person that's like, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none? Then I'd question, what is your position as far as your specialty? What do you specialize in? What is that thing that you really are known for? And it's not that you can't, I know we got handymen, we got people that that can really do a whole lot of stuff. I mean, we're complex people. We are successful in a lot of different areas. But I'm wondering, what is your specialty? I know we got a farmer here. He's a researcher. That seems to be his specialty to research in the farm. Mr. Thornberry here. I know we got Action Man here, his accountability a partner, accountability coach, and that is his specialty. He specializes in holding people accountable. Ms. Lamb, I'm not quite sure what your specialty is. I know you're a resident of the North, a Southern girl by birth. And we also got Hillary Steele here, who's an editor of Kent Women in Business magazine. So I'd like to know, what is your specialty? Some more business roles around marketing and communication. Trainer, one half of Ducky Phoenix. I wonder what your specialty is. What's going on, Mr. Ryan? How are you?
Hey, I'm early morning, right? Still in bed. I got up, but everybody went out to the patio because we're in vacation mode right now. So I figured I'd just come back into the room and where it's quiet.
Okay,
as
cool.
Quiet as it's going to be. So a great topic today. You know, I popped on. I wasn't going to pop on because I am in bed, but I thought I would share this in regards to focus. I often talk to my clients and I give them a visualization in regards to focus. And many people are doing exactly what you're talking about, trying to multitask and do all these little goals and these little goals because they spend a little bit of time on each one. They have a hard time accomplishing any of them, as you just described. I think there's a book out there called The Power of One.
Yeah, Power of One, yeah.
Yeah, and they talk about just doing one thing at a time because that's all we could really focus on. And the visualization I like to talk about with my clients is this. Picture like the space shuttle. Can you picture the space shuttle? And at the bottom, it has like 3 or 4 rocket boosters.
Uh-huh.
So those 3 or 4 rocket boosters, when they hit that red button, where does all that energy go?
Down.
It goes straight down, right?
Right.
So then where does the rocket go?
It should go up.
It goes straight up, right? Because all that energy and all that focus is going in one direction.
Right, absolutely.
So now picture this. Picture that same rocket ship. Now picture your multiple goals. Now imagine your goals are where these boosters are. Now stay with me for a second. Now picture one booster at the bottom, but slightly tilted to the left. Now picture another booster on the right-hand side of that rocket ship, right? And it's pointing out, it's on the right-hand side pointing out to the left, and another one on the left-hand side pointing out to the right. Focus is in 3 different areas. The energy is in 3 different areas. Now they hit that red button. Where's that rocket ship go?
In circles, like, I don't know.
Or it just, we don't know where it's going to go, but it's probably going to go nowhere. Just like you're going when you put your focus in multiple different areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you use that analogy and you picture yourself, wow, if I put my focus in all these different areas and I was a rocket ship, I'd go nowhere. It's no different than you in your life. So when you want to accomplish something, put a lot of energy and effort into it so that you can get to exactly where you want to go in regards to it.
Absolutely. And you can be like that rocket ship or a ship itself or a stream or that magnifying glass, or you have a lot of energy going into one place and you're catching things on fire. You're making things happen.
There you go.
And actually, when we talk about focus as well, if you got a lot of energy going somewhere, then other people should notice that same focus as well, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're focused in this particular area, other people are going to notice, like, man, you're serious. You're a serious student. You're a serious person. You're seriously taking action in this one area. And you kind of get known for that. During that time of your life. It's like, okay, man, they serious about this. And it can be easily seen by other people as well.
Absolutely. You probably got as many people on here this morning because you were like, wow, we got people on here this morning because, a lot of people are in their turkey hangover, getting up, getting that coffee. They don't have anywhere else to go, right? But yesterday was key for you guys, in my opinion, because on Thanksgiving morning, when everybody else is traveling, when everybody else is doing other things, when everybody's getting ready to go shopping to get their turkey or getting up early to put the turkey in the oven, you guys were dedicated to this effort. And I bet you a lot of people took notice.
Yeah, fantastic. I see Mr. Beasley is still trying to get in, guys. So what we're talking about today is focus, man. Is focus. And so one of the things that you got to ask yourself, we're talking about, hey, being focused towards your goal, your dreams, your desires, those things that you want to do, be, or become, is what are some of your distractions? What are some of your distractions? Where do you have energy going that's not helping you to get to where you want to be? And can you limit that energy going out? can you get that energy focused into this one place in order to get you to where you want to be in a more efficient manner? So what are some of the things that you like to do? I know that you're on vacation right now, Ryan, but and you're also an accountability coach. Do you find it hard sometimes to focus? And what are some of the things that makes it difficult for you to focus at times, and when you kind of notice it?
Yeah, I think we all have challenges sometimes with focus, due to what I do for a living. I have systems in place for my clients that I also use, and I have coaches myself that keep me accountable and keep me focused on what I need to do. And the main tool, without getting into too much depth, is this: write down your goals, plan out your day the day before, so that there aren't a lot of distractions. Like I knew yesterday, I said to myself, I want to get on a blab tomorrow morning with you guys. I just knew I was going to do that. Now, everybody else is in the other room having coffee, starting their day, doing what they need to do. But I had it written down on my goals that today I was going to get on a blab and see what you guys had to talk about today. Had I not written it down, had I not made it a focus, you know what? That blab, that's not interested. And for me, when I write it down, that's my word. It's like my bond. It's like my signature. It's like my handshake. So when I write it down for me, to me, that means it must be done. And if it doesn't get done, there's usually something big happened for me not to get something done that I wrote down for myself. But that's been created. That's a habit that's been created over the last 4 years for me.
Wow.
I write down for 4 years. Every night before I start my day, I write out my goals for the next day based on what I wanted to attain on the year. So I break my goals down for the year. This is what I want to accomplish, which this weekend I'm going to start focusing on next year's goals. Then I break it down into monthly goals and the weekly goals and then daily goals. So what am I doing today in regards to my weekly goals, which pertain to my monthly goals, which pertain to my yearly goals? And I pretty much every day have 10, 11 things that I want to do every single day that are going to get accomplished within the day towards my goals. Do I get off focus? Absolutely. I am human. Sometimes those lists get a little bit shorter because I know my day is going to be full with other things. But for the most part, because of the system and the habit I've created, I get a lot of things accomplished.
Wow, man. He just shared some great nuggets with you guys. He's got a system in place. He's writing down his goals. How many of you guys are actually writing down your goals? And if you're not writing down your goals, if you're not, holding yourself accountable to writing them down, then you got to ask yourself, how often do I forget about my own goals? Because you haven't placed it anywhere. It's like out there in some mental capacity, and then at some point you can get distracted, and then you lose focus on your own goals. You don't have them down someplace. I always say that I always put my ideas somewhere so I can refer back to it, because I'm not going to rely on my memory. I'm not going to rely on my memory. So how many of you guys are writing down your goals? And even today, what was when you woke up today, what's the one thing that you want to accomplish today? And that's the question I have for everybody that's here right now. And if if it's confidential, you don't have to share it. But what's the one thing? What's the top thing that you wanted to accomplish today when you woke up? For some of y'all, it's like, I don't want to accomplish anything. I just want to rest all day. I didn't have anything that I actually wanted to do today. I want to go shopping today. I want to get my Christmas gifts today. Whatever it is, what was your top goal, your top thing that you wanted to accomplish today? And then if I ask you that question, if you're saying, well, hey, I don't have a goal for today, then I would say you probably need to go back to sleep. You woke up without a goal. You probably need to go back to sleep until you figure out what it is that you want to do. That's your line. Oh, thanks so much for joining here. Oh, we got here, Miss. I see we got Miss Pam Wright. I don't know if you're going to join us today, Miss Pam on tap. We've been waiting on you. Miss Tanisha Shanae, thanks so much for joining. Working on your business plan. That's right. So, Miss Ramsey, you've been you had a story to share. You say you're not camera ready today, talking about this thing that you had going on. I think it was last week, and so you're working on your business plan towards that's going to get you closer to finishing or accomplishing your goal. So we got a couple open seats, guys. If anybody wants to join in on the conversation, maybe you want to share some things with the people as we're talking about focusing on our goals, focusing on who it is we want to become, focusing on what it is that we want to accomplish. We find this to be a great topic for us to discuss today. How you doing, Mr. Thornberry, or Mr. or Mrs. Thornberry? I think it's a Mr. I see you popping in here. So Ryan, man. Oh, there we go. How you doing, Mr. Thornberry?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thanks.
Thanks so much for joining, man. You got a few things to share with the people?
Yeah, I do a little bit of goal setting at the moment. So I use a project management software called Trello. So it basically sends me alerts whenever my goals are reaching their due date. So basically, that's how I've been using my goal setting anyway.
So you have a system that you use, some software that you use, that you put in place to, like, just say you want whatever goal you're looking to accomplish, you put a due date on it, and then as that due date approaches, it reminds you that, hey, this is supposed to be done by then or by when.
Yep, that's it. And they change colors as well, so I prioritize some goals over others. So my high priority ones might be marked as red or something like that.
So how complex is this software that you're using? Is it something that you're doing like these daily goals, monthly goals, yearly goals? How far out are you casting these visions, these dreams?
Well, I've got two separate lists. So a short day-to-day kind of to-do list that I'll do each morning. So I'll set half an hour aside and I'll work through that to-do list in the morning. And then I've got another one that's more long-term goals that I can't build on over time, I suppose.
Okay. So what's the top thing you wanted to get accomplished today? When you woke up, you say, hey, this is the number one thing that I want to get done today.
Probably add a new page to my website.
Okay.
So building a business website at the moment and just making sure I've got all the pages in the right place. So I've done that today, so I could tick that one off.
Oh, you already got it done? That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you about 100 props here, man.
Congrats. That's it, man. Get up and get it done.
Taking action, man. So tell us a little bit about this website, man. What is it that you build, and what is it that you do?
Looking at agricultural communications. So helping educate urban communities about what we actually do on farm. Yeah.
Fantastic. So I don't know, what country are you in? Australia?
Yep. I'm in Australia.
What time is it in Australia?
It's 11 o'clock at night, so I'd be a bit worried if I hadn't done it by now. Maybe meeting the deadline pretty soon.
Man, I want some of those props back, man, because I gave it to you thinking that you were up at 6 o'clock this morning banging out your webpage. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that is cool, guys. So basically, Mr. Thornberry, he has a system that he has created, and we're giving you guys some different ideas as far as systems that you can create for your own goal setting. So he chooses some software. He's got different colors. And some people got a journal. You're old school. You're writing it down. I mean, whatever it is that works for you, man, put a system in place that you can follow and that you can create this habit around reaching your goals. This is the funniest thing to me is that everyone would tell us how important goal setting is, but many of us still don't set goals. We hear it all the time, like, hey, set goals. Write the stuff down. All the successful people that you watch, that you follow, that are idolize, your mentors, your coaches, they tell us all the same thing. But I guess we tend to think or not. I don't know why we don't take action on the things that quite possibly can help us become who we want to become. And so it's great to be surrounded around people who are actually taking action, who are actually setting goals, who are actually saying, hey, here's the things I want to come. Here's who I want to be in the next 5 years. And I know that if I change this little thing every day, then I can actually become who it is that I say that I want to be and who I want to become. But then you have other people in your life or people that are around, people in the community that are saying, hey, I want to become this, but they take no action every day to actually move them towards becoming this new person, becoming this greater person, becoming their best self. They get stuck in their own habits that they've created up until that time. And so what we're doing here, we're trying to promote some new habits. And that's what's up. So Ryan, man, you got anything else to share with the people, man?
And as you were saying that, I often say when I'm coaching, everything I'll coach you is so simple and so basic, but it's not always easy to do. It's interesting when I bring on a new client, we go through our first consultation and I'll give them a lot of advice, and I'll give them steps they can take, and then they want to come on as a client. The very first thing I have them do is map out what they'd like to accomplish for the year. This is a process that takes easily 6 to 8 hours. Most people think they're just going to write down a couple goals and they're going to be like, okay, coach, what do I do? No, you map out how you think you're going to accomplish this. I have a really good idea. I have multiple clients. I've been doing this for a number of years. I know what it takes to accomplish something. And then they'll get through the process. Through the first week, we'll get on a call and they'll go like, oh my God, that took so much work. I said, but how much work does it to not accomplish your goals? How much energy does it take to not be the person that you want to be?
Oh, that's a good question.
You know, that's a lot of hard work too, because you're typically suffering physically, emotionally, mentally. You're suffering in your relationships because you're not putting dedicated time and energy and effort to those areas. Now we've just created a roadmap for you to do those things. And it takes a lot of energy to be exceptional, but it also takes a lot of energy to not be exceptional. Where do you want to place your energy? Me, personally, I want to place my energy on being exceptional.
Man, that's good stuff right there. This just made me think, man. It takes the same amount of energy to not do. I think Jim Rohn says it like this. He says, what's easy to do is easy not to do. Mm-hmm. It's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. And a lot of times we choose the easy not to do instead of the easy to do. So Denise, thanks so much for joining, man. You got camera ready. You threw on your little hat. You said, hey, I'm good to go now.
That's because she said if the action guy's in bed, I can do it too. See, I know. See, that's the mental. Like, man, that guy got on even though he's in bed, man.
It was good encouragement. I gotta
take some action.
It was good encouragement.
That's what I'm here for. Does it help people take action?
So you got to share with the people today, Miss Denise?
Well, I really struggle with focus a lot. And Evan had mentioned a story that I told. I went to SCORE, and so that's really a great resource. If you have a small business, you're struggling to get it together or kind of make your goals or dreams become a reality. So I went to SCORE. I sat there for about 15 minutes, and I didn't talk. And all of a sudden, when I did start talking, he was impressed with what I said. And what I said largely had to do to the Mindset Makeover Challenge. I had a business plan that I pulled out of a folder. I told him about this group. I told him about my accountability. And he was blown away because he says a lot of people come to SCORE. They don't have a plan, and they really expect for SCORE to do everything. Like, here's my idea, fix it for me. So this group really helped me focus on what I needed to do. And I was able to impress him. So now, even though he's supposed to help me, I think he's going to work harder to help me because I'm focused on myself. So that was a big deal.
So so that's interesting you say that. It seems like a lot of us find people in this situation where they go to someone and expecting that person to fix their own problems or fix their own issues or anything like that, man. And so it's good to hear that you went in prepared. So how did that actually help you? How did that make you feel? As you went through this process and as you're actually working on your business plan? You said that your goal today is to get that thing done?
Yeah, so I have an appointment next week, and I have not been focused last week. I probably started over like every day last week because I was going through it. But I have a goal, and I have to go to his office and talk to him. So I'm not going to show up at his office without my plan done. I've already told him I'm a member of New Black Wall Street and all these other things I do. So I feel like I need to present like my best foot forward. So I'm going to work on, I'm not leaving the house for the rest of the weekend, and I'm going to get the business plan done. So I have something to present to him. It's been a really good process. I think he gave me a lot of good ideas, a lot of things to think about. I'm supposed to be going into business with my brother, supposed to be helping me. So he's coming to the meeting with me as well. I know. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm going to be honest with you.
It was his idea. It wasn't my idea. It was
whoever takes action on it.
Yeah, so here I go. You can ask Sharika, I do everything. I just can't say that I claimed the idea because it wasn't mine.
All right, so your business.
I'm a coach. I just tell people what I think. If I don't tell people what I think, then guess what? I'm not a very good coach.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You are not the first person that said that.
Well, everybody can't be wrong.
So you're gonna work on this business plan all weekend long. You're not leaving the house until you actually get this thing done.
Is your brother helping you on the business plan?
Yeah, he's got questions and assignments. We have a meeting set up tomorrow, he and I.
Whew. Okay.
With each other?
Huh?
With each other?
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, that was one of the things that the SCORE mentor pointed out to me. He wanted to know how invested my brother was, because my brother, it's a cleaning business. So my brother had his own cleaning business before, and I kind of gave him tips and helped him look over contracts from afar because we weren't living in the same area. So I didn't have any like financial interest in it. I just helped him because I negotiate contracts for a living. So when he came and moved here, he wanted to do it again. He was like, but he had problems with the business aspects. He doesn't mind doing the cleaning. It's the business paperwork that he didn't understand. He's rather shy, like talking to people and getting business together.
Mm-hmm.
So the SCORE guy asked me, what the percentage and who was doing what, and to bring him in. And as long as he was doing what he was supposed to be doing, but to be well aware that a lot of times this doesn't work out well. So it's the only brother I got, only close family I got. So I have to give it a try.
I hope you guys
Pray
talked about that thing over Thanksgiving. Say, hey, you just had the conversation with the whole family. Say, here's what we're looking to do.
Sharika was there. I'll pull her in as a mediator.
That's cool.
So if you wouldn't mind, let me, seeing you're putting together the business plan now, I think it's an integral time to start thinking about what the exit strategy of the business is.
Okay.
And I know the business may not even be started, but wherever you put your focus and energy, that's what's going to come of the business. Now, my question to you would be maybe a couple things you need to think about is, what is the end goal for this business? Do you guys want to sell it off? Do you guys want to be employees of the business? What is the end goal? Do you guys want this to be self-sustained within a year, meaning that you've trained people to run this business? Because too many times small business owners end up becoming employees of their own business, and they think they own a business. No, they're just an employee of their own business. You need to have a strategy in place now so that you aren't the employee of your own business working 16 hours a day because you have to do the marketing, the books, the sales, plus the cleaning. So think about how it would be attractive to somebody else to purchase within the next 5 years, where you're not even involved in it other than cutting checks. Because you really want to hire people to do all those things. And that's what a true business owner is. I always say to people, if you want to own a restaurant, because to be successful, you want to do what other successful people are doing. Just do what other successful people are doing. You'll be successful. Now, if I wanted to own a restaurant, I would walk, and I wanted to be a steakhouse. I would walk into a steakhouse and I would say, I would love to speak to the owner. And if the owner is in the kitchen or in the office, I would just tell him, hey, what a great time I had the last time I was in a restaurant, and I wanted to let you know. And I would walk out and say, I don't want to learn from that guy because he's an employee in his business. Now, if I walk into another steakhouse and I say, I want to speak to the owner, and he said, they're saying, well, he's on his yacht in Tahiti. I would then ask this question. You know what? I had a fabulous time in this restaurant. I would really love to send him an email. Is there any way I could get his email address? And then I would call that man up or email him and say, listen, I want to own a restaurant. And I walked into your restaurant and I asked for you, and they told me you were on a yacht in Tahiti. So if I own a restaurant, I wanted to be self-sustained so I could be on my yacht in Tahiti. What did you do? Otherwise, you're just an employee of your own business. Go find someone who has a cleaning business who doesn't own the cleaning, who owns it but doesn't work in it, and find out what that person did. And they may say, I worked in it for the first 4 years, which is perfectly fine. But what were the steps you took so you weren't an employee of the business? And I would go and find someone like that and figure out what they did and mimic it, or ask them to be your mentor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So
Evan,
so
it's back to you, Evan.
Oh, no problem. I'm typing. So so he just basically said gave some great tips, and this is some of the things that we do as well. We're actually going to be having a business blab at some point, probably early December as we get through the holidays. But he said that if you want to be successful, do what other successful people have done. So you got to ask yourself, for those that are wanting to be entrepreneurs, those that own their own business right now, those that have that desire, who are some people that you can follow? Who are some people that are doing what you would like to do that you can reach out to and you can find out what they've done? Obviously, SCORE is a great place for you to go. That's here in the States. If you're here in the United States, that's a great resource for you. Obviously, other people that have been successful outside of your scope are great resources as well. But who inside of your scope can you follow to mentor? Can you follow to connect with? Can you follow to reach out to so that they can give you some tips and some tricks of the trade that help them to get to where they are? That is one of the great places to get some wisdom, I would say. You can get wisdom through your own experience, which is okay, but I like to get wisdom through other people's experience. And that's the experience of other successful people. So you're right, Miss Tanisha says, surround yourself with success. Surround yourself with success. And so we do have an open seat still available. Denise, how is that advice for you? Did you write that stuff down? You get that stuff down?
I was writing feverishly. I had to find a pen and paper. So I'm sure you saw me going off the screen.
That's a good thing about Blab. They're recorded, right? You could always come back and get the advice.
That's true, but I wrote it down quickly.
Great.
I hope that helps.
Fantastic. So anybody else got any other any questions, any tips, any thoughts that they like to put out there? We got a few more minutes here on our Blab this morning. Of course, we meet every morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern, and this is for us to get our day started right. To kick off the day with like-minded people, and we find them all over the place because as we do this, more people start to come in. But if you like to have anything that you like to share, anybody want to jump into an open seat, we got one available for you for just a few minutes. If you'd like to share anything with the people, of course, Denise and Ryan, if you like to have anything else that you'd like to share, you can do that as well. Hey, Hanadi, thanks very much for joining. We've got who else we got here? Theo Goodman, thanks so much for joining. Bitcoin expert, fantastic. So anybody that's in a seat, if you are vibing with what they said, you can always just click above them and follow them. That's another cool thing about Blab. It's easy to follow people that you connect with and stay connected to these like-minded people in your life as we go forward. So anything else to share, Ryan? You got anything else? Any last words for the people today?
Hey guys, just go out there and enjoy your day, whatever way it is. I suggest to all my clients is do this, take this weekend, take this downtime to start thinking about next year's goals and start formulating them, right? Because too many times the weekend comes, people have turkey hangovers, people have challenges. It's probably loud here, I apologize. Just start thinking about what you want to accomplish next year. Don't wait until your New Year's resolution. And what I say to that, think about the word resolution, re-solution. It's usually the same solution to the same problem year after year for most people. Why? Because they didn't do anything the year before about it. A resolution is not a goal. A goal is something that is written down so that you could attain it. So don't do resolutions. Write down your goals. Do what you want to accomplish next year, but do it. Take the steps necessary to write it down. Look at it. Put it in a place, you guys are using, somebody was saying he uses Trello. I use pen and paper. I use my phone because I take a picture of it. It's also in a spreadsheet. And then I have it on a whiteboard in my office. I have my goals in 4 places. I cannot forget them. Why? Because they're important to me. So if your goals are important to you, at least take the time to write them down and stay focused on them.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Denise, you got anything else?
Stay away from the mall. I was looking at the newspaper. It's just not necessary. You need to put your time and your effort and your money back into you and in your business. And if you don't need it to do something with your business, you need to kind of keep it moving. So that's my encouragement for the weekend. Don't give in to the consumerism. It's not worth it.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. You want to invest in yourself, man. Take that money, invest in yourself, invest in your future self, and so you can get the greater return. And so we got a place for you to follow us. This is a network that we are creating and building. It's the Wealthy, Healthy, Happy People. So I've put that link down in the comments below. So you want to just click there and become a member and join us as we continue to go forward. This 30-day challenge, we're going through The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. So we encourage you to get that. There's a link in that in our network for you to just follow all of that. We listen to that every day for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes of your day to help get your mind right. And then also, if you're a person here, you're saying, hey, I'm vibing with what you guys are saying. I need a coach. I want someone to help me design the next 5 years of my life. Well, there's a link for that as well. It's called Future by Design. And what that is, we're going to take some time with you to help you create or design the next 5 years of your life. So if you're saying, hey, I need that service, go ahead and click that link, and then you can actually fill out your information. The first consultation will be free. And the reason why we do that is because we want to find out whether we can help you or not. We need to find out what it is that you're looking to accomplish, and we want to see if we can help you before we charge you. And so that's the first consultation is free for the Future by Design, and that's going to help you actually to design the next 5 years of your life, give you a roadmap or a blueprint to becoming who you want to be in the next 5 years. And so this is the Wealthy, Healthy, Happy Show. We do this every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. So you can look to see us again on Monday, and we're going to be looking at day number 11 of the 30-day Mindset Makeover Challenge. So we're meeting every day for the next 6 weeks. Yeah, next 6 weeks, 7 a.m. And then we'll look to do what we're going to do as far as continuing this process. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining. Thanks for all of our like-minded people that are here, that are getting up early, or maybe it's late wherever you are, and you're connecting with us. And we're just building this pipeline of people that are going to help fuel us to becoming our best self. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you soon.